I'm currently traveling cross country in the RV, moving from one place to another, and thought, well, while I'm here, I've left the family behind to finish up school, and they'll follow me later. I figured I would just do a quick what I've been playing and painting here recently. So this is more going to be a painting update than anything else, but I have been into the Folklore The Affliction here recently, and decided for some reason to paint these up. They're not Warhammer or War Machine or any of those kinds of things, but it is a game with lots and lots of parts. It's actually a very fun game and has been taking up most of my gameplay and time here recently. But let me get all this out of here, and I will pull out the miniatures so you can see what they look like, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So the game actually comes with an insert, and here is a picture of everything that is in there. These are the heroes up here, and then all of your villains. So pull this out, and then you can see what I've been up to painting here recently. So let me readjust the camera, and I'll take a look at the miniatures, and you can say hi to my daughter's Beta, which is swimming around here, sort of half full, so I don't splash it out of its tank. I'll put that back together when I get where I'm going. So here are the monsters and the heroes in their tray with their little sheet there, and the heroes are up at the top. This is I forget what she is called, the Arcanist, so sort of, you know, a witch kind of character. Then you have the archaeologist, so he's, you know, Indiana Jones. He's kind of the smart guy. He gets, you know, extra things of learning about folks. The avenging madman, he's basically, his family was murdered by a monster, and therefore he gets, you know, he's basically a berserker. This is the exorcist, but is basically the same as, you know, any kind of cleric from a regular D&D kind of game. Witch hunter, read paladin, or any of the knights from any kind of D&D games. Kind of like that model. Then you have the telepath, so she's just carrying a lantern, and I got to do her eyes, I just realized. But she's, you know, basically, you know, a magic user, and those are really all of your heroes. Then you have the monsters. So this is the Mad Druid. I really like this one. You know, fills any of those kind of crazy priest roles from Dungeons and Dragons. You know, you have a couple full-on werewolves. They're kind of cool sculpts. These are imps. Could also be gargoyles, but in the game they call them imps. Again, I like those, just a kind of a stone dry brush. This is probably one of my favorite models, is the, you know, the living trees. I kind of like them. I should have put some cover in there, but it's a board game, so I didn't bother. Then you, of course, you can't have Dungeons and Dragons without skeletons, so it comes with 4 skeletons. I did each one different. The game comes with a way to actually, you know, tell them apart. They each have their own wound tracker, but I kind of like just having each of them, you know, with different color robes. That's just me. But standard monsters from Dungeons and Dragons. Then you have sort of your zombie, living dead, kind of rotting corpse. I don't know what they call them, and from the game standpoint, I can't remember. But basically, they're your zombies. Then you have your restless spirit, you know, weight, or whatever you want to call them, but basically your ghosts. Interesting sculpt. Then you have, they have a special name for them, but they're really sort of half-turned werewolves. I think this one is actually a miscast on that hand, but I kind of like it, so I kept it and I didn't worry about messing with it. These are your blood priests or moon priests. You can fill a couple different roles in the game, but they're basically your acolytes. You know, your crazed religious followers who like to kill things. You have your witches. They come under, you know, multiple different names in the game. Striga, Bruja, but anyway, just a couple of witches. Then you have your bad wolves. The game comes with 3 of them. I kind of like, they're nice little dogs. Anyway, and then last but not least is the two left-handed vampires. Yes, they all came miscast with a wrong hand, so hey, you know, just decided to go with it. But you know, just to prove it, yes, they all came that way. Everybody's game in the original release came that way. But that is the whole base set. I have one other model I will pull out here in just a second. It was an extra model, but I'm actually really enjoying this game, and there's an expansion and a whole bunch of other models, some ghost models and stuff. But let me get the Colossal Dark Oak, and I will be right back, and then that will finish this up. So here's the only other model so far that I've been working on, the Colossal Dark Oak, sort of the granddaddy of the tainted saplings here. It's a multi-part model. I actually like it. I went ahead and magnetized it because it comes with 2 sets of parts. So, you know, I've just started, you know, just the first brown, but you can have the general, you know, the regular old tree type there, which it's pretty big compared to its little sapling brother here. Or you can have more of a stone variety. With lots of vines and stuff on it. And so that is the other version of the Colossal Dark Oak, and this is just one of the big bad guys, you know, one of the scenarios in the game. So I like this model. I will paint it up here in the very near future, but that's just what I've been up to on the painting front. I was taking a break from 40K, but I've been listening to Dark Eldar podcasts all along this trip, and so I'm starting to get excited to start painting up some 40K again when I finally get into a new house. Alright, so until next time, happy gaming.